Many a times I find myself confused while working with the browser, a file manager, a terminal, video editor, and maybe a document editor all at the same time. At first, everything looks fine. But as you can see, when I open more applications, my desktop quickly turns into a mess. Windows start overlapping, important information gets hidden behind other applications, and before I knew it, I'm spending more time arranging the windows than actually getting work done. I felt that frustration, and I definitely know I am not alone. To solve this, almost all modern operating systems introduce features that help organize windows. On macOS, you have Split View and Stage Manager. On Windows 11, Microsoft introduced Snap Layout, making it much easier to place applications side by side. These are excellent features and they make multitasking more convenient than manually resizing every window. But they still rely mostly on snapping that places windows into preferred positions. And this is where tiling comes in. Now when people hear of word tiling, they often think of advanced Linux Windows managers like i3, Hyperland or Sway, tools that can seem quite hard for beginners as it's mainly keyboard driven. Of late I am using Zorin OS 18.1, taking a break from Mint after using it for more than 15 years, and many of these powerful tiling features are already built into the desktop. They are easy to enable, highly customizable, and designed to work with familiar interface. And in this video I am going to explore every single tiling feature available in Zorin OS 18.1, from the basic settings to the advanced options that can completely transform the way I work. So let's get started. Now that we know what tiling is and why it's useful, let's dive straight into the config section in Zorin. Open the start menu and click Zorin Appearance and launch it. Once it opens, head over to the Windows section. This is where all Zorin OS window management features are located. While there are plenty of customization options available here, I will focus on the ones related to tiling and productivity. The settings are neatly divided into three main categories. First, the window placement, which decides how new window is placed on the screen. You can decide for window action key to be super key or alt, or totally disable it. It also controls how windows snap, tile, and interact with each other. Second is the window title bar setting, which lets you customize the behavior and appearance of Windows title bars, whether it is to the left like the Mac or in the right like Windows. It also lets me configure what the double click or the middle clicks does. Lastly, the focus setting determines how Windows receive keyboards and mouse focus while you work. So let's begin with the advanced window tiling settings. The very first option you will notice is the show indicator. I personally recommend keeping this enabled. Once turned on, a small indicator appears in the panel, giving you quick access to the current tiling layout. It's a convenient shortcut because you can instantly see which layout is active without opening the settings every time. By default, Zorin OS includes several built-in layouts. Later in this video, we will explore how to create our own custom layout, edit the existing one, and even import or export layouts to share them with others. Next we have Animation Speed Slider. This controls how quickly Windows animate while snapping and tiling. If you prefer a fast, responsive desktop, move the slider towards the faster side, and if you like smoother visual transition, you can slow the animations down. It's a matter of personal preference, so I will leave it as it is. Now let's move to the Behavior section, which is where most of the advanced features are located. The first option is Enable Snap Assistant. When this is enabled, Zorin suggests other open applications after you snap a window, allowing you to quickly fill the remaining space. Right below that is the Sync Layouts while tiling. This keeps your tiled windows organized. As you move or arrange one window, the layout updates itself so everything stays aligned and balanced. Next, we can choose the modifier key used to activate tiling. You can assign Alt, Control, or the Super key depending on whichever feels you most comfortable. Likewise, you can also choose which key temporarily disable tiling whenever you want free moving windows. Another useful option is Span Multiple Tiles. This allows a single application to occupy more than one tile in your layout. It is especially useful for larger applications like web browsers, code editors, or video editing software that benefits from extra screen space. Moving down, you will find the Auto Tiling toggle. When enabled, newly opened windows can automatically join your tiled layout, reducing the need to manually arrange every application. Just below that is Auto Resize Complementing Tiles. This is one of my favorite settings. Whenever you resize one tiled window, the surrounding windows automatically adjust to make efficient use of remaining space. Finally, there's the option to include tiled window in the Alt-Tab switcher. I recommend leaving this enabled because it lets you switch between all your tiled applications using the familiar Alt-Tab shortcut, making the navigation feel seamless and consistent. Moving on, we come to the Screen Edge activation settings. This is another feature that I personally like to keep enabled all time. When it's turned on, simply dragging a window to the edge of your screen naturally activates the tiling overlay, making it much quicker to place windows exactly where you want them. It feels very useful, especially once you start using tiling regularly. Before that, you can choose how the screen edges behave. Zorin gives you 3 different modes. The default mode, which provides the standard behavior that's suitable for most users. The adaptive mode, which intelligently adjusts the activation area based on your usage. And the granular mode, which gives you more precise control over how and when the screen edges respond. I would recommend starting with the default mode. If you find yourself using tiling frequently, you can experiment with adaptive or granular to see which one best matches your workflow. Next, we have window suggestions. This feature works alongside the Snap Assistant. After you place a window, Zorin can suggest other open applications to fill the remaining tiles automatically. If you enjoy a guided workflow, keep this enabled. If you prefer arranging windows manually, you can simply turn it off. You can also choose whether these suggestions appear when you are using advanced tiling, snap, or screen edges, giving you complete control over when they are displayed. Finally, we have layout management options. If you have been experimenting with layouts and something doesn't look quite right, the Reset Layout buttons lets you restore everything back to the default configuration with a single click. And if you have created a layout that you are really happy with, you can export it as a file for backup or to share with someone else. Likewise, the import option also allows you to load previously saved layout, making it easy to switch between different workspace setups or restore your favorite configuration on another system. Having checked so much till now, let's take a look at the default Windows layout that comes with the Zorin OS. I have to say these layouts are thoughtfully designed. Instead of giving a single fixed arrangement, Zorin provides multiple layouts that suit different workflows on different screens. Whether I am working with just 2 applications or juggling 5 or 6 windows, there is usually a layout that fits the situation. If you are using a wide or ultra-wide monitor, these layouts become even more useful because they make much better use of the extra screen space. And if the built-in layouts don't perfectly match your workflow, don't worry as they are fully configurable, and in just a moment I will show you how to customize them. By default, Zorin includes 6 different layouts, each designed for different number of windows and different workspace arrangements. As you open more applications, the layout adapts to accommodate them, helping you keep your desktop organized without constantly rearranging windows yourself. If you prefer using the keyboard instead of reaching the mouse, Zorin has settings for that too. Let's head over to the keyboard shortcut section. Almost every tiling action can be customized to match your preferred workflow. By default, many shortcuts use the super key along with the arrow keys, but you are free to change them to whatever feels you most comfortable. You can configure shortcuts for moving windows between tiles, switching layouts, resizing tiled windows, activating or deactivating tiling, and much more. Take a few minutes to play with these shortcuts. You might discover a few that can significantly speed up your daily workflow. I personally don't mess into it, so I will leave it as it is. Now we come to one of my favorite features in the Zorin OS, the Layout Configuration Editor. This is where you can truly make the tiling system your own. If the default layouts already suits your workflow, you can simply leave them as they are. But if you prefer a different arrangement, you can edit any existing layout or even create one completely from scratch. Let's start by editing one of the default layouts. The editor is very easy to use and doesn't require any technical knowledge. To split a tile, simply left-click on it. Zorin automatically divides the selected tile, allowing you to fit more applications into your workspace. If you want a vertical split instead, hold the Control key while left-clicking on the tile. This gives you even more flexibility while designing layouts for different screen sizes and workflows. And if you have added a tile by mistake or no longer need it, simply right-click on the tile to delete it. It's that easy. Within just a few clicks, you can design layouts that perfectly matches the way you work, whether you're coding with multiple terminals, researching with several browser windows, editing videos, or simply multitasking throughout the day. The best part is there is no single correct layout. You can create wide panels, narrow sidebars, equal sized grids, or any combination that feels comfortable for your workflow. There is a lot to play around as reset key is always available for your rescue. And before I wrap up this video, I would like to take a moment to give a special thanks to someone who made this feature possible. The advanced tiling system you have seen throughout this video is powered by Tiling Shell, an open source project created by Domenico Ferrara. What's really interesting is how I found about it. While I was preparing this video, I posted a question on the Zorin OS subreddit because I was curious about the tiling feature and wanted to learn more about how it worked. To my surprise, Domenico himself replied to my post and mentioned that this was actually his project. I honestly wasn't expecting this. It was a wonderful moment to interact directly with the developer behind the feature that so many Zorin OS users benefit from every day. That's one of the things I genuinely love about the Linux and open source community. The people who build these amazing tools are often approachable, passionate, and happy to engage with users. It creates a community where developers and users can actually connect, share ideas, and help improve the software together. So Domenico, if you happen to watch this video, thank you for creating Tiling Shell and for contributing such a fantastic project to the open source ecosystem. And thank you for taking the time to reply to my Reddit post. It genuinely meant a lot to me. If you would like to learn more about Tiling Shell, explore the source code, or even contribute to the project, I have included the links to Domenico's GitHub profile and Tiling Shell repository and the Reddit discussion that started this interaction in the video description. Open source projects like this exist because of developers who generously share their time and talent with the community. So if you enjoy this feature as much as I do, consider visiting the project, starting the repository on GitHub, or simply leaving a word of appreciation. Small gestures like this go a long way in supporting the people who build the software we use every day. And that's pretty much everything I wanted to tell you about advanced Windows tiling in Zorin OS 18.1. As you have seen, Zorin offers a powerful tiling system that's easy to use, highly customizable, and doesn't require switching to a dedicated tiling window manager. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Linux tutorials, desktop customization, and open source software guides. And now I would love to hear from you. Do you use Windows tiling or do you prefer traditional floating windows? And which tiling layout is your favorite? Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I read every comment and your feedback often inspires future videos. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.